Hey guys, so I'm recording another YouTube video. I know, 3 days in a row of YouTube videos. What is going on? It's what happens when you're on holidays and it's raining. So I'm gonna do a what's in my tackle box for November the 28th. Sorry, December the 27th. I got the entire month wrong. December the 27th, 2021. This is my entire tackle box as well. I'm on holidays now, so I've got another, quite a few packs of things, but I'll do a part 2. So, first up, let's start up here. So in my first deck, I've got a little bit of thread, because you never know when you're going to need it to tie some, I don't know, I recently did a video on this, but making like a random little fly when you're bored. I know you can't see that, but just... Yep, or tying, like when you're surf fishing, you tie like the tail of a pilchard together, so it still looks natural, but it just doesn't flutter around in water. There's a lot of stuff there. I got this random frog lure that I don't actually own a weedless hook, or do I go bass fishing or mangrove jack fishing. So I've trimmed the sides down a bit, I've trimmed down the fins a bit, and I've made this kind of like a fleeing crab lure, because you look from there, it looks like a little yabby or even a crawdad if I'm fishing for trout. But damn, that's a big yabby. But so yeah, just got that on a 1/4 jig head. So yeah, that's those. We're doing lures first as well. I've got this random little, another one of those that a friend got me a few days ago for Christmas. Got these two. Yeah, this one's a bit skinnier. It's got little vibey things on the side. Yeah, I've got a pretty decent sized spoon here, or metal, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, just round. So you're fishing off a rock wall, you flick this around for tailor, flicking in the surf, tailor. You can pretty much use it anywhere. But yeah, it's a pretty good lure. Even jigging it off the side of deep jetty. I've got a slightly smaller one in the blue colour, same things. Got another one with no markings on it. A more shiny blue one with a little bit of red on it. I'll go over those in a minute. Got some corks, just in case, I need to make a float. I can just carve the centre out with a knife and then just use that as a float. Got a little thingy I made that's meant to be a lure. It's just a little spinner, a piece of, I think it's a glue lid or something with a concealed treble hook. This just flashes in the water really well. Fish bites it, treble hook comes out, you've got a fish. I don't think I have those in there. I've got one of these, because I didn't bring any up on holidays. There's these tiny grubs I bought a few years ago. I think they'd be style on bushies, but yeah, got some of those. Now this is an insanely large, not the biggest size, but a chase bait ultimate squid, which is really good lure. Big suicide hook in there, look it out. So I've got, my arm's about 40 centimeters long. That's about a 25 centimeter lure. Big suicide hook, 30-pound line to attach it all together. Because when I bought this, I didn't know they had made rigs, so I made my own. Another hook in the head, because everything else attacks it in the head. You attack up here, and then down in the tentacles, I have a little treble hook. So yeah, and a random swivel. So there we go. That's that. Got one of these things I made, It's pretty average, but, might work. Made that in a video, so. Okay, second deck of the holiday tackle box. We've got this lure, which I found with no paint on it. It's a injured minnow. So I painted it all, which, turned out pretty good. The head looks amazing. Got a small one with hooks on it that I didn't paint, which has a little attached to it. Won that a fishing comp, so yep, there's that. Don't know the brand of any of these, so just saying. I've got a little, I know the brand of this. It might even be a Berkeley, but I'm not sure. It's this little, it's a hook in my hand. Guys, we'll be back in a sec. Oh wow, it's bleeding. I'm back. Yeah, so it dives about, straight back into it. Dives about, I think, 70 centimeters. It's pretty good lure, really flashy. And it's got a rattle in it, so that's really nice. I've got this random little, I have the packet for these. I don't have them with me. So just a little mullet thing. Originally they had eyes. Might be a Samaki, but I'm not sure. In a very natural colour. I've got a Samaki Vibelicious Vibe Lure, which is amazing. The amount, I literally got this 2 days ago, already caught a couple fish on it. Amazing lure. Good trebles, really good. You can see here where you tie it, the line to it, it's in the middle, which isn't that normal, but he swims perfectly fine about like that. It's the best lure that I think, one of my favourites. Really, really old brim lure that I kind of, the hooks aren't even there. I don't even know if I've ever used that before. I've got this little topwater lure, prawn topwater. Bought this at Sporty's Fishing. Don't know the brand for it, but it's great. It's got a rattle. And actually, this one actually came with saltwater hooks, which are the white ones, if you didn't know. If a lure's got black hooks, that's usually a freshwater hooks, because 70% of the fishing market or whatever is freshwater fishing, in like for bass and that. So yeah, literally every lure, nearly everyone has the freshwater hooks. Got this really nice 2-inch lure. Got this in the $5 bin at Anaconda. It's a really good lure. Actually, I've caught fish on that, which is really good. I'm 11. I wasn't even alive when these things were like bought, but random little chubby lure that's way too big for brim, but is what it is. Little one, another one with a slightly shorter bib, and I've got another one of those guys in a dark brown colour with white on the bottom. But honestly, I'll show it in a bit. This guy, which I actually have leader tied onto for some reason. Let me try and get that out. Give me a second. Stuck in the tackle box. Never leave leader on lures. That was annoying. I'll go over those in a bit too. 20-pound leader on this. I wasn't even alive when this was bought either. It's like a 15-year-old lure. Little random. I don't know what lure you'd use this for. I just realised I've used this so many times and I've never realised the two hooks on them are different sizes. So yeah, good lure though, good lure. Never caught a fish on it, but I never caught fish on like 4 or 5 lures. So here's a guy I was going to showcase, just another one of those chubby things, a bit different colour. Another prawn topwater lure. Not a sugar pen, but ow! What is with the getting hooks in myself today? Yeah. Oh, hang on. Yeah, Pro Lure. This is a Kazami. Those things have brands on them. Awesome. Yeah, Pro Lure, and the other topwater prawn I had was a Kazami. Bunch of squid jigs that never caught a squid, but again, bought years and years before I was born. A lot. There's another one here with some stuff tied to it. Go over those in a sec. Yeah, just a bunch of squid jigs. Got a couple of assorted sizes. I don't even think they're assorted. But of treble hooks. I've got smaller size, which I'd probably stick on that brim chubby. this size, which is just a spare treble hook, which is the biggest size, not second biggest size I got in there, and then this in the middle, in between size. Don't know what size they are because, like I said, most of this stuff was bought quite a while ago, and most of it not even by me. Actually, yeah. And then I don't even own anything that uses these treble hooks, but look at the size of that thing. Big look. Big lure would go on that. So yeah, that's good. Bunch of sinkers. Got a little, I think that's a size 12 ball sinker. Got a few size 12 bean sinkers. I found all of these, but random beans like barrel sinker. I think these are great. I've got one of these, which is a bigger bean sinker. One of these, which is a big bean sinker but smaller. Don't know if that makes any sense. Just getting through these sinkers really quick. Again, I'll do a part 2 because I brought nearly none with me. A random snapper drop sinker. You know, you tie this on the end of a bait jig, and yeah, it's great. I've got a bunch of tiny little, I guess, brim sinkers, but yeah, that's about it for those. Before I go into plastics, down there, a bunch of packets of them. Got a knife, filleting knife, this one, which is, you always need it if you're going to keep fish. Always need a filleting knife. I didn't go through hooks. Do that in a bit. Got a bait knife. Got some of the flashy spinner things in a random box I found. And there's that. That cut is really stingy. I've got a few floats. There we go. Yeah. I don't know why I bought those, but bunch of little mini bags. Great to put lures in where you accidentally throw out the packet. Speaking from personal experience. A light stick, about 12 years old. Don't know if it's cracked or not, but got it. Pliers. Don't go fishing without them. You got to hook a fish and it's down its throat, and you stick the pliers down there and get it out. Otherwise they bite your finger. I lost my fingernail on my birthday once from that. About a 40cm brim. Bit my fingernail off. Bunch of swivels. They're all about the same size, but what are they? Average swivels, just small. No idea. Didn't buy them. Some prawn hooks, which nobody ever has these, or yabby hooks. So they look like weedless hooks. They're not. They don't work as weedless hooks. I've tried. I wanted them to be weedless hooks. They're not. But so you put a prawn on here, and it gives it a natural, you know, presentation where the prawns, you know how they curl up, about like that. It just keeps them like that without them being on like a hook where it doesn't do that. So there's that. Got long shank hook here, worm hook. Tiny hook. I'll go over the hooks in the second video. But got a bunch of hooks that have spilled in my tackle box. But yeah, that's all of those. Moving on to stuff that's not in the tackle box. I don't think you guys can see. You also can't see the tackle box. I know that. Okay, so onto jig heads. Again, not all of them, but up here, bought quite a few. 1/4 in. I'd stick that on a 2.5 or 3-inch lure. You know, if that gives you a size. I've got a 1/8 jig head that I'd stick the same size lure. 1/4. Got a couple of these guys. Again, same size lure. Okay, here we go. I don't know why none of my jig heads are any heavy, but yep, I've got a monster 1/4 hook. It's like a 3.0 or something. It's a big damn hook. But yeah, there's those. I've got them in the size under that, 1/4, for slightly smaller stuff. But still, you know, 4-inch lures. Big damn lures. Here I actually ran out of this, but always good to have. I had just yesterday put 6-pound line on my or and no, sorry, 8-pound line on my reel rather than 10 pound. It's actually meant to be a 4 to 8 pound rod. So 12-pound leader. Bought that about a year ago. Actually, way over a year ago. Run out of it, but you know, fishing for light line with light lines. Sorry. There you go. I think that's yep. There you go. There's that. Got 20 pound for. I think this is actually the strongest leader I own, but 100 meters of that, just for bigger lures and bait. Probably should get some stronger leader. Scissors, again, can't go fishing without them. Nearly splashed my face off then. Okay, on to soft plastics. This is not going to end well. I have about half an hour of plastics here. Probably more, actually. So, yeah, be prepared. I have these, actually I'll pull them out of the packet. I got these for my birthday. Pretty decent lures. Oh, this one's been torn up a lot and I didn't even know I fish. I used these like a few months ago. Massive hole in the side of them. I have put it on its side. Yeah. So they're just flash jade shad. Here's the packet, fish arrow. Again, Sporty's Fishing. 3-inch. Great lures. Actually, I think they're the only white lures that I own, which is really bad because I need some for murky water and clear water. There's those. I've got some prawn lures. This is not their original packet. I think these are a Starlo and Bushies. 4-inch prawns. Never caught a fish on these, but Dad's caught a fish on them. And I've seen people on YouTube catch fish on them. Yellow Eyes, Starlo and Bushy brand. A great curltail. I think I put a paddle tail in them as well, in a different pack. Actually, yeah, I see them over there. And, yeah, that's those. Got them in this random packet. Not the original one, but threw the original one out. So, yeah. This isn't the original packet for these. I think my dad got these like a week before he started, you know, not liking fishing. And, so they were bestowed along to me. Random mullet lures, they're amazing. Never caught a fish on again, but they're amazing. Red tail, beautiful lures. I have no idea what brand these are, but yeah, my brother got them. Oh, sorry, my dad got them for a Secret Santa, so he wouldn't know the brand either. Otherwise, I'd go ask him. I've got this is the original packet. Finally, what are these? These would be 2.5-inch. Okay. It's going to make these lures look really bad. They're great lures. Just never caught a fish on them. This random little single shop I bought them from said they'd be great for bass fishing. Use them for bass, use them for flathead, use them for brim. Never caught a fish on them. Using them for a year. 2.5-inch. Here's the original packet. Plasmos. There you go. Back. Take a screenshot and zoom in if you want to read it. There's those. There's a random jig head floating around that was on my foot. Wow. What other plastic should I do next? Let's do these, eh? I bought these for Christmas. Haven't used them yet. They look legendary. Oh, hang on. One of them came out and then getting them out of the thing. I'll give you a look at the packet first. I just showed you them. They're chase float lure. There's the thingy. Venom. That's cool. Back of the packet. Don't know if you could see that well since I stuck it in front of my face, but they've got like watermelon red glitter in them. Great colour. Look like a really good lure because you can't actually see this stuff in the water, except it flashes and looks really good. Look at how floppy that tail is because it's got all those little incision marks in it. Look how great the eye is. And they're on that larger, I think 3.0 size jig head. Yeah, I'll show you that, might as well. It's stick these back in their packet. Because I don't know if those guys can dry out. So, better be safe than sorry. Okay. Do I do my favourite lures next? I think I do. I'll save them, I don't know what I'm gonna. I don't even think I have a packet here for them. Damn. No, there are. Actually, I won't spoil it. Those are annoying to get in a pack, and I can't get them in there properly. Give me a minute. I give up. Do it later. Here we go. This is that little lure. Yeah, so here's the packet form. I'll show you the lure in a sec. Here's the packet form. It's these little guys. Showed them off before, I think. What are these? 2 inch? 2.5 inch? Yeah, 2.5 inch. Doesn't say on the pack, but squidgies. Nice. I bought these about 4 years ago. There's some little really good soft plastics. Tiny hook, actually tiny hook, because these are only 2-inch plastics. Little paddle tail, they're great. Here's the pack form. Don't mind that I have dart written on them before, but yeah, what's that? Yum Frosty Lures. Actually, never seen another lure with that brand, but sick. Theirs are my favourite lures. Beautiful. Don't have the packet for them? I know what they are though. Nearly everybody's going to know what these are. MMD soft prawns. Great lures. I got them in the medium weight. The amount of fish I've caught on these. Not the original pack, but it's a pretty good lure. It's got a very big rust mark on it, but random, what's that, 3-inch soft plastic. So, yeah. Found that just stuck to a rock, so that's nice. Now, Jarvis Walker, it's a Kmart brand, pretty much. Not the best brand ever. Got some worms though. Got them for Christmas, use them. They stay on the hook really well, because they're really annoying to get on the hook. Caught a fish on them, first cast. They're great. I'll actually show you how to rig those, because you don't actually put the entire 6-inch worm on a hook. You put a little bit on a long shank hook, and make sure you leave a bit of the tail. Tail action. Yeah. There's those. 2.5-inch Z-Man Motorola Grubs. I think they're one of my most talked about lure in Australia. So, they're amazing. I've used them before, caught fish on them. These things are massive. What are these? There's the pack form. Read that if you want. But yeah, there's these massive big 5-inch plastics that I bought up here in Cairns for barramundi. Biggest paddle tail I think I've ever seen. Got them on a big jig head. My dad was fishing with these yesterday and he just said he didn't get any hits. There's a teeth mark in them. So, yep, haven't caught a fish on them yet. I only used them once, but obviously we got a hit. Why did my nose just get so sniffly? Now I have these in 2 colours. These were bought about 20 years ago. That gives you the idea of how old they are. Little squid thing. I've got a hook in one of them, so I'll show you that in a sec. But yeah, they're pretty good. Pink one with a hook in it. Great. 1/6 ounce, and I think that's a 2.0 jig head. So I'll stick these guys back in their pack and show you what else I got. There's so much lures in here. just wait for the part 2. 2.5 inch Z-Man Slim Swims. Best lures I've ever bought. So, you guys who aren't, I don't know, hang on, got a really sniffly nose. Achoo! But yeah, if you guys aren't in, I don't know, anywhere where you catch these guys, they're called mangrove jack, right? They're a really, really rare fish in the estuaries. Those lures are so good. I caught 2 of them, back-to-back casts. Best lures. Okay, they're not that good, but they're really good lures. Got a bait jig. Always keep one on me, no matter what. Yeah, not much to say about those, but I've got these. What are these? I'd say these are about 3 inch. Hang on, the hook came out of him. Give me a minute. Hook's not going back in. I'll put it in there later. 3 inch chase bait, little prawn thing. These are really good. This one's all melted. Hang on. Yeah, it's the downside about these lures. They do melt, but good lures. Look at them. They're great. Never caught a fish on them, but probably because they're melted. So, I think I got those for my birthday this year. That was like 8 months ago. I just, these are packed for them. What are these, 4 inch? Yeah, so 4 inch Z-Man Elzatec, great plastics. I've got one with a hook in here. Great plastics. Not the biggest paddle tail, but it'll do. Stick him back in there. Put him in the wrong drawer. Insanely organised fisherman. Got these for Christmas as well. Haven't used them. I'd say they're pretty good. They're Jarvis Walker. Show you the pack in a sec. But what are these? 4 inch Curlplayer Grubs. Big red head on them. Insanely sharp hook for Jarvis Walker. And they're scented. So are the worms, but they stink. I'll show you the pack after I seal it up. There you go. Okay, let me just go over here to get some of these. Oh, hang on. I forgot a pair of pliers. Needle nose pliers, great for getting, if you've got a small fish and you can't unhook him, if he's gut hooked, you can just stick this down. Again, never go fishing without them. I had this big rod that I took the line off. That's what happened to all the line. 15-pound mono, 20-pound braid. Couldn't be a single thing I could say about that. But, oh, I got this for my birthday as well. Little pack of poppers. I think I got them for about $5. Grab you a couple out. There you go. And they're great. I think, what are they? 3 inch. Pretty good poppers. What are these kids? I smashed a heap of stuff in them so I could take a lot of hooks up here. Got big long shank hooks, I've got tiny long shank hooks, I've got brim hooks, I've got heaps of hooks, I've got suicide hooks, I've got bait holder hooks, I've got like swivels. There's a lot in there. All my favourite lures. Actually no, I'm going to do them at the very last. Here's some lures, well here's a lure that I found in mint. No, just kidding, I didn't find it. I bought this, it's a Z-Man, I think 4 inch streaks lure. The stretch of the Z-Man, stretchy as. And yeah, I don't actually think I've ever used them, but I got them. I'm sure they'd be great. Where did I put the lure? And put them in this pack. I had them in one of those tiny bags. Always handy. Never seen anybody else who would even think about putting tiny bags in their tackle box. but I've got tiny bags. Favourite lures of all time. I don't think I've ever used these and not caught a fish on them. I think 3.5 inch. Berkeley Powerbait. What are they? Okay, Berkeley Powerbait shows absolutely nothing on there. Unscented. Wait, no, these are scented, these are scented. In this, I'd say pinfish colour. Got a bite mark in the bottle of them. I've only got 2 left out of 16. 16! And I got them on my birthday in April. It's December. That's how good they are. That's how many fish bite them off. I've never gotten a single one snagged. That's how good they are. I don't even go fishing much. Or ever catch much. That's how good they are. Look. That many fish attack them. Sadly though, most of the time it's tailor, and they bite their tails straight off them. It's like that with any lure though. But yes, let me grab the camera. Ah! The camera's stuck in the head. Hang on. I think you guys will be able to see that. I've got the camera the wrong way around. But here's everything I just went over. All those plastics. So yeah. I think I'm gonna end off the video here. But yeah, like and subscribe. Sorry for my thumb over the camera. I'll see you next time. Hope you enjoy your next fishing trip. There'll be a part 2 of this in a few weeks. And when I get home. And yeah, be even more stuff in there if I remember to do it. So yeah, like and subscribe. Turn on notifications. If I edit this, it'll be with this great edit app called InShot. 5-star, easily. Really easy to use. And yeah, see ya.